There are two ridiculous attacks against Ben Carson from the left that I wanted to refute. Now, whenever you attack Obama, who's the worst president in American history by far, you're accused of racism. So are these attacks against Ben Carson because he's black racist by the left? I don't know. I doubt it, but on the faces of it, they're ridiculous, and I want to respond. The other day, in response to this idea that you should confiscate all guns in response to the killing in Oregon that Obama keeps championing, Carson said that the Jews in Germany, if they had had guns, could have limited the amount of Jews killed, certainly done more damage against the Nazis. And the ADL, incredulously, didn't pay attention to what Carson said or purposely misrepresented what he said and said that the reality of the few Jews who had guns in Germany didn't stop the Nazis, and called Carson's comment historically inaccurate. Well, what's completely bizarre about that, I don't know if he did it on purpose or he's just stupid. Carson didn't say, talking about the few Jews who had guns, he was saying exactly the opposite. Because of Hitler's gun control, few Jews had guns, and if more Jews had had guns, if Hitler had not confiscated guns, then Jews would have been able to fight back. And there's no way to test whether it's historically accurate or not, because they didn't have the guns, because Hitler took them away. In fact, if you look at the major tyrants in history, they took away guns. Mao Zedong, Stalin, Hitler, Pol Pot. That's the way you stop a population from defending itself. In fact, serious scholars say 56 million people were killed during the 20th century because of gun confiscation. That's the serious problem. How are you supposed to defend yourself and your family if you're not allowed to have guns? You know, this idea is so ridiculous. In Jerusalem this week when I'm recording this, 4 people were stabbed. And the guy who helped save all those people on that French train from that Muslim attacker was just stabbed in Sacramento the other night. Should we confiscate all knives? Clearly, confiscating guns is ridiculous. Did it work to say that liquor's illegal? Then no, we had to do away with prohibition. Just because we make drugs illegal, does that stop drugs? If you make guns illegal, you confiscate them, the only people that will have guns will be criminals, and no one will be able to defend themselves. And the hypocrisy of Obama on the left saying, no, you have no guns. How is Obama defended with guns? How is the Pope defended with guns? So only they have a right to be defended and no one else? That's the nonsense of the left. So that's number one, this ridiculous comment by the ADL against Ben Carson, clearly foolish and stupid. If anybody logically thinks that if every Jew in Germany had automatic weapons, and that would have made no difference in the Nazi onslaught, is out of their minds. And that's the ADL head. Should resign out of this stupidity. And now, number two, Carson was attacked because he said that no Muslim who has loyalty to Sharia should be able to be president. Well, of course that's true. You have to take an oath to the Constitution. Sharia is directly opposed to the Constitution. Sharia law, Islamic law, they have fatwas okaying bestiality, pedophilia. There's a fatwa you can eat your wife, you can eat Jews and Christians. They have child slavery, child rape, mass murder. ISIS, according to a guy who was just inside ISIS, undercover, said they want to kill hundreds of millions of people. They're shopping for nuclear material from the Russians. You got Iran, who says they want to wipe out Israel. And you got, if you took a poll of the United States Muslims, 51% at least support Sharia. And about 30% believe in Islamic jihad. Now, he's not saying that a person who is born Muslim, who is not committed to Sharia, and who completely accepts the Constitution of the United States can't be president. So again, his words were twisted. But it's just logical. You got to be very careful when you're dealing with Muslims, because overwhelmingly they accept, in America, more than half accept Sharia. You can't be president if you accept Sharia as dominant. Very simple. And the loony left just ignores all that. So both these attacks against Carson are ridiculous, and the left just demonstrates its looniness more and more.